Hello again, everybody. I'm Scott Casper. It's time for this week's news and features from USA Wrestling, the national governing body of our sport. We start this week's show in New York City. The first international event hosted in the U.S. in the new Olympic cycle was held just last weekend. The New York Athletic Club International took place in Manhattan, featuring some of the world's best and brightest. The event started on Friday with a Greco-Roman and women's freestyle tournament and finished with 7 Americans claiming individual gold medals. Good news for the growing American Greco program. 6 of the 7 gold medals went to U.S. Greco-Roman athletes. We'll start at 132 pounds there. The Greco champion Jamel Johnson snatched up the Outstanding Wrestler Award. He needed all 3 finals periods to defeat Japan's Takashi Sasaki 5-0, 1-2, 4-0. Most recently, Johnson won a bronze medal at the 2012 University World Championships in Finland.
I just had to wrestle how my coach taught me to. American way, hard-nosed, tough, stay strong, just believe I can. I've been there for a long time conditioning-wise, but technique-wise I'm starting to actually show it. We're putting in extra work in the room, and Coach Lee Kiedis is just a great coach. Like, he's a good coach, he teaches me well things. It's just good.
Well, the 121-pound bout featured a rematch of the 2012 U.S. Olympic team trials, highlighted by some big throws by Olympian Spencer Mango against the 2012 University World Champion Max Nowry. Mango won the trials in Iowa City, if you recall, but it was in the finals there in New York City. The Olympian repeated his winning ways when he pinned Nowry for the title.
Yeah, last tournament was the Olympics in London, and it was a disappointing time there. But, me and Coach Lewis and the rest of the Army program have been working really hard to, get back on top. And, I got down to 55 kilograms for this tournament, and it was had a pretty good showing here. Max is a tough competitor, and, he's always been getting, better every year and every match. So, I feel like I performed well and, did a decent job against a great opponent.
Well, 3 other All-American finals thrilled the Greco fans. At 163 pounds, a featured battle of past world team members Andrew Bezic and Jake Fisher. By a 2-0-1-0 score, Bezic stopped Fisher, winning the gold. Now remember, both are members of the Minnesota Storm.
I was able to force my positions on the feet and got the score on the feet. And then made the match. I turned him, but he could easily turn me. I had to not let it go to parterre. I had to get the point on the feet. I felt I did a good job and made it happen. So.
Well, the standing room only crowd saw a high-spirited bout between the future of the American Greco program, 2 young 211-pound stars, Kayla Williams and Marcus Finau. The end came a little early for Finau when Williams scored a second-period pin. Now, the talented Finau was a member of the last 2 junior world teams, while Williams was part of the 2012 U.S. University World Team.
Well, I feel like I wrestled well. I feel like I'm definitely not where I want to be, and I still have goals. I'm looking at my matches, find out where I need to improve. I'm really only focused on what's next. All my goals are exactly the same. I'm just on the same path, as a little bit further than I was before, but not far enough for me. My goals are still to win consecutive Olympic titles and world titles as soon as possible.
Well, Robbie Smith moved up from 211 pounds to super heavyweight and won the title in his new division when he beat Eric Nye in the finals. The score 1-0-1-0. Nye, out of wrestling for nearly 3 years, is back and has joined the U.S. Army team. Here's the big man, Robbie Smith.
Yeah, 100% committed to heavyweight. Love it, love life. I mean, my relationship with Momir, it's never been better. My family loves it, I love it, everybody's committed to it, and it's amazing. I'm having a blast in the room here today. Love the grind, love the push. These big boys are heavy, but just gotta work hard. Lifting 4 days a week, wrestling 4 days a week. Just working my butt off right now.
Well, the other U.S. champion was young 145-pound talented Ravon Perkins. Exercising his competitive skill, he stopped Japan's Kazuhiko Naruse in the finals 1-0-3-0.
It was good competition. I just I had to go after it and just keep pushing the pace. Wrestle how I wrestle. I've been working on my parterre. I really wasn't that good in my parterre, but I just knew I had to fight it. I didn't want to go to the third period, so I just had to fight strong, hold them off.
We talked with National Greco-Roman coach Steve Frazier on the U.S. effort.
I was pretty happy with what I saw. It was a lot of good wrestling, and the Americans wrestled pretty well. I think no foreigners beat us in the finals. Oh, one did, sorry. But yeah, I was happy. It's a good way to start off our new 4-year quad. Very excited about Jamel and Kaylor, of course. Lukitas doing an outstanding job with these kids and the rest of his kids too. So yeah, I mean, we've got some really bright spots in some of our young kids. It's very exciting for me and us as a squad.
Now let's take a look at the women's division. The top performance came from American star Alyssa Lampe, the champion at 105 pounds. In September, Lampe won the 2012 World Bronze at 114 pounds. Winning a 3-athlete round robin, Lampe defeated Japan's Ai Nakaya by technical fall to claim the title in the deciding bout. The score is 6-0, 8-0. She was named the outstanding wrestler among the women.
I just think since my biggest issue is confidence, I just need to get out there and wrestle, and get in those tough situations that I can't really experience in practice as much. So just pushing through those hard, matches, just even when it's like 5-0, scoring that last point, finishing the match, just doing practicing that kind of stuff.
Well, now the balance of the women's gold medals went to stars from other nations. Japan had 3 champions, Yuki Ikigami at 121 pounds, Chiaki Ijimi at 147 pounds, and Hiro Suzuki at 158 pounds. Canada had 3 winners of their own, including world champion Jessica McDonald at 112 pounds, Michelle Fazzari at 130 pounds, and Danielle Lepage at 138. We talked with U.S. coach Aaron Tamio.
Unfortunately, only half our team made it with the complications with travel and Hurricane Sandy and everything. So that was a disappointment. There were a lot of girls looking forward to this tournament, getting the season started off right. We didn't have many representatives as we had liked, and it was an unfortunate circumstance.
Stay tuned. We'll be back. There's a lot more news around the corner. This is USA Wrestling Weekly.
ASICS has been there. They've been the lifeblood of the sport. It's been a long time, and they've been at the top of the game every year, forever. And I'll tell you what, now that I think about it, maybe that's where I've gotten my inspiration, because I always want to be in the top of my game in wrestling, and I think that's where ASICS is and wants to be as well.
Next, we go to day 2 at the fabled New York Athletic Club. Team USA was firing on all cylinders, and they claimed 5 freestyle gold medals. I said 5. Let's take a look at the champs. We'll start first with 2012 Olympian and 2009 world bronze medalist Travel Dlagnev. He won a tough finals bout and won the title at 264 when he beat Russia's 2012 junior world champion Nurasolov. The final score 1-1, 2-0, 6-0. Last week in Canada, Dlagnev won gold at the Hargobind International. He was named the Mat.com Wrestler of the Week.
Sloppy first period for about a second. I was controlling the pace. He couldn't really do much to me, but I slipped on the Phantom Banana Peel as it goes and didn't recover. So my mistake. He took that first one, but then I think I ended up winning 2-0, 6-0. So I got my offense off. Couldn't score on me. Couldn't open me up. So I feel like I dominated all the positions. Just made a mistake. Feel okay about it.
At 185 pounds, Austin Trotman won the Outstanding Wrestler Award. In the finals, the young American beat Kortyaev of Russia 1-0-0-1-1-0. Trotman took third at the 2012 NCAA Championships for John Mark Bentley's App State and is just now starting his international career.
Well, I mean, I've been training extremely hard since Nationals has been out. I mean, been training at App State, I've been training at Colorado Springs. I felt really confident, felt really good in my matches. I was really slow in my first couple matches, but I felt real confident no matter what. I mean, I felt my conditioning, my training was real good, and I think it paid off in that last couple matches.
Well, in all, 3 of the event finals saw matchups of a pair of American competitors. The champion at 132 was Jimmy Kennedy. In the finals, Kennedy swept the 2011 U.S. World Team member Reese Humphrey 3-1, 1-0. Kennedy won the first period on a 3-point exposure from a scramble and then won the second period on a clinch. In college, Kennedy was a star for Illinois, while Humphrey competed for Ohio State.
I wrestled real good. You know, I didn't realize it, but I wasn't giving up any points the whole tournament, and then so I wanted to keep that good, solid position going into the finals. He scored on me. I was able to get more points off it, but, you know, I'm really improving on attacking, getting to my scores, and still staying in good position.
Next, we go to 145. Chase Pammy stopped Adam Hall 1-0-0-3-2-0 for the gold. In the third period, Pammy scored a defensive exposure on Hall as he attempted to score from the leg hold in the clinch. Hall was a Boise State star, now coaching at Columbia, while Pammy, an Olympic Training Center resident athlete, hails from Cal Poly.
You know, it was a tough day. I actually kind of, you know, wanted to come out and wrestle relaxed, but still put some pressure on myself, and I think that's what did it in the end. Felt pretty relaxed, but still, you know, want to be the best in the world. And I think when you do that, you have to be able to accept challenge. You have to be able to accept pressure. You have to be able to accept being in second position clinch, third period finals, and just trying to prepare myself for what's up ahead. World championships, getting gold medals, world title. You know, so overall, thought it was a good day.
Well, it took all 3 periods to get it done, but in the end, veteran Win Mihalik won the title at 211 pounds when he stopped young, talented man Cale Byers. In the third period, Mihalik was on the defense in the clinch and scored a winning takedown. Byers was third in the NCAAs last year for Oklahoma State, while Mihalik is a Central Michigan grad who now trains at Illinois.
I felt good most of the day. You know, I tried to really concentrate on getting my offense going in that match. That gold medal match, I just wasn't happening. Pretty disappointed in it, but you know, Cale came out and fought hard. Strong kid, lots of potential, and I'm sure I'm going to wrestle him again. We're in the same club now, and pretty excited about that. Go train with him and really have some fun getting better.
Well, Russia claimed the other 2 gold medals. 163-pound world medalist Rasul Jokaev won the gold, and at 121 pounds, Atsamat Tuskayev hit pay dirt as well. We talked with national freestyle coach Zeke Jones.
Well, I'd first tell you that it's a new cycle, and you can see there's some guys that are hungry. We're seeing some first cycle guys that are really just getting active on the freestyle circuit, and you know, a guy like Austin Trotman, a guy like Jimmy Kennedy, who made a statement today.
Stay tuned. We'll be back. There's a lot more news around the corner. This is USA Wrestling Weekly.
Each season, Liberty Mutual's Responsible Sports Community Grant Program awards $65,000 to youth sports organizations and school sports programs that demonstrate their commitment to responsibility in youth sports. Your organization could be one of our 20 winners this season. It's easy. Simply visit responsiblesports.com and click on the Community Grant Program. Administrators register their organization with the program, then reach out to rally parents, coaches, and team supporters to log on and review either the Responsible Sports Parenting or Responsible Coaching Guide. Then complete the quiz and showcase your mastery of the concepts. Every successfully passed quiz is worth a point that you can credit to your favorite youth sports organization or school sports program. Connect with friends, family, and neighbors supporters to rally more support. The teams and schools with the most points at the end of the grant period win. It's that simple. Watch the leaderboard throughout the grant season, then rally more of your supporters to increase your totals. Liberty Mutual is committed to celebrating and championing youth sports and to financially supporting organizations that demonstrate their commitment to responsible sports. Join the movement and start earning points toward your community grant.
Well, the New York Athletic Club International saw the competitive debut of a brand new Olympic-level National Wrestling Club. Based in California, the Titan Mercury Wrestling Club is led by wrestling leader Andrew Barth. The new club entered athletes in men's and women's freestyle for its historic first outing, and a number of athletes who have been members of other clubs joined emerging young talent just starting out their Olympic quest. Dubbed the TMWC, the club had its first gold medalist at a major event at 211 pounds in men's freestyle. Both finalists at the weight are members of the new club, with senior Win Mihalik defeating younger Cale Byers. We talked about that earlier. Olympian John Azevedo has enjoyed success as a coach at the high school, college, and senior levels, and is the men's freestyle coach for Titan Mercury.
I think it's exciting for me, definitely, to be a part of it. Exciting for wrestling in general to have someone like Andy Barth supporting a new club that's going to help kids. You know, his philosophy, he just wants to help these guys. He wants to help USA do the best they can, win gold medals. So it's exciting for us to be a part of it.
Well, the Titan Mercury Club has an affiliation with the senior athletes training at one of the strongest regional training centers in the country, Oklahoma State. Olympic champion Kenny Mundy is coaching the OSU-based athletes for Titan Mercury.
Everything's been good. I think they're excited about it. Mr. Barth is really excited, and Wayne Boyd is kind of facilitating all the athletes as we came in. It was smooth. Really didn't know what to expect, you know, with the hurricane and everything coming to New York. So everything came pretty smooth, so it was good.
Well, Olympian Marcy Van Dusen works for Beat the Streets LA and is one of the women's freestyle coaches for Titan Mercury.
We brought 3 girls out here from Titan Mercury, and then we have one, Adeline Gray, who is being co-sponsored Titan Mercury and New York Athletic Club. And we're looking to grow, so we have 7 men here competing today, or tomorrow actually, for freestyle, and 3 women. So it's kind of our first debut, and we're excited, and we're going to get after it right away.
All in all, I'd say it was a great weekend with a great start for the TMWC, which intends to continue to grow and improve the U.S. effort on the senior level. Well, for more than a century now, the New York Athletic Club has been a leader within the Olympic sports community. The NYAC is one of the best international wrestling teams in the world. Along with wrestling, the club also sponsors programs in many other Olympic sports. The NYAC and its membership have a strong commitment to supporting children in their community with their popular weekend sports programs. Last week, Olympic athletes visited the club to motivate and inspire the kids. Donating their time and talents to these kids were top wrestlers from the New York Athletic Club, Olympian and world medalist Jake Herbert and world champion Adeline Gray. The inspirational duo told their stories and coached them with some wrestling skills and drills. We talked with both Jake and Adeline.
It's awesome for the kids. They got to get exposure to the Olympians. It's not just us. They had track and field, they had water polo, they had shot put, a bunch of other guys. So anything that you can do to get a kid active. You know, the worst thing a kid can have is not a hobby, not an activity, you know, to put their extra time in. That's when kids get into trouble. So.
You know, the kids are always fun. They have a certain energy about them, and it's really great to get out there and feel that enthusiasm, and it's fun to show them what I do. You know, I love what I do, and the sport's amazing. To get to introduce them to something that I love is just fantastic. So I love giving back. It's really entertaining.
Well, the New York wrestling community and the nation are buzzing about a brand new college event called Grapple at the Garden. In the heart of Manhattan, 14 Division I teams will come together for dual meets in the most famous sports arena on earth, Madison Square Garden. Mark your calendar. The Grapple in the Garden will take place Sunday, December 16th. You'll want to be there as history is made. It's the first college wrestling dual meet event in the Garden's 133-year history. The 2003 World Freestyle Wrestling Championships took place there. That's the last big amateur wrestling event inside that building, and largely considered to be one of the most successful events on the international program that year. The teams on the card look to make big news during that special weekend. National powers Iowa, Oklahoma State, Cornell, Ohio State, Missouri, Nebraska, and Maryland will all vie to see who's the top dog there that weekend. Hofstra and Rutgers are among the teams featured as well, and they'll act as host schools. New York wrestling supporter Noel Thompson talked about the event at the Garden.
You know, the amount of viewership in college wrestling in America is unbelievable. So the culture, the traditions, Oklahoma State, Iowa, Missouri, Nebraska, Ohio State, Hofstra, Chattanooga, Rutgers. Bringing that kind of energy to Madison Square Garden, that culture is only fitting. So December 16th, you guys, wrestling fans, you'll be in for a treat.
Let's take a look at the balance of the matchups at the Grapple at the Garden. Stay tuned. We'll be back. There's a lot more news around the corner. This is USA Wrestling Weekly.
There comes a point in your life that determines who you are, whether you will lead or follow, whether you will fight or give in, whether you will win or lose, and what you will count as your victory.
Man, both of these guys are explosive, and it's not over. This is going to be a great match.
Well, the first two events in USA Wrestling's popular folk style tour of America take place a little later on this month. November 16th and 17th, the Northwest Bigfoot Battle will be held at the Hub Sports Center in Liberty Lake, Washington. The King of the Mountain is scheduled next at Douglas County Event Center in Castle Rock, Colorado. Plan on being a part of that event November 30th and December 1st. Both are one-day tournaments for bantams, intermediates, novices, and middle school athletes. In addition, there will be true beginner divisions in all 4 age levels. Registration is available online at trackwrestling.com. You can sign up early to guarantee a spot. For more information and links to registration, click through now to usafolkstyle.com. Well, last week we received the sad news that Les Anderson, a legendary coach, athlete, and administrator for Iowa State, had passed away in Ames, Iowa at the age of 74. Anderson was a 2-time NCAA champ and a 3-time All-American for Iowa State. He then served many years as assistant coach for the Cyclones, working with Hall of Fame coach Harold Nichols and later with Jim Gibbons as well. In total, 25 years at Iowa State. The Cyclones boasted 36 individual champs and 145 All-Americans and 1 NCAA team titles over the years as well. He was also a head coach at Washington for 3 seasons. Anderson served in many leadership roles within the sport. He served in both staff and volunteer leadership roles with the National Wrestling Coaches Association, and he was also active with USA Wrestling and the NCAA. He even did a stint working for the British Amateur Wrestling Association, setting up their team. Les Anderson made a huge difference in wrestling, and we salute his career, his life, and more as we pass on condolences to his family and friends. Well, it's time for our USA Wrestling Photo of the Week. The pictures are sent in by wrestling families and fans from around the country and are being considered for the photo contests in our USA Wrestler magazine and our USA Wrestling Facebook page. This week, our Photo of the Week is taken by Aaron Gent. It depicts 14-year-old Alistair Pollard from Caroline County Middle School in Virginia enjoying a victory in the last match of his season. Good job. Have your photographs considered simply by emailing them to Gary Abbott at gabbott@usawrestling.org. Well, folks, that's a wrap for this week. For all of us at USA Wrestling, I'm Scott Casper. Thanks for watching.